Hey, what up YouTube? Thanks for tapping in for another video here. And today I got a small problem on my passenger side. I got a massive exhaust leak. So you can't hear it when I'm driving with the driver's window open, but when I have a passenger and they open the window, I can hear it just like bouncing off the curbs and the buildings and stuff. It's just atrocious. So I'm gonna be jacking up the car once again today. Seems like all these videos involve me doing something that deals with jacking up the car, but someday I hope to get a lift so I can just like throw it on there, lift it up, figure everything out. Well, that's pretty uneventful. I crawled under here, so I got a loose bolt here, so that's where the leak is coming from. I eventually want to get rid of these because they are just hollowed up anyway, and it'd be nice just to have a straight piece of exhaust because I keep banging these on like speed bumps and stuff, so why not just replace it with the pipe? Because we don't have emissions here anyway. I think that's my plan. Yeah, I just gotta tighten that up, be good to go. Because this side isn't clamping down on the front, so just got a massive exhaust leak. Well, that should be that. I'm gonna start up the car real quick and see if that fixes that exhaust leak issue. So it fixed it up there, but I guess the leak is coming from here. Maybe these ones need to be tightened up as well. Pretty short-lived, I guess. So there's still a leak, but I think it's just all these clamps combined. I'd love to get this whole system welded someday. Those clamps don't do jack, you know, but since I got this wheel in the air, I'm gonna test fit these and show you guys what those are gonna look like once they're on the car. I've done it before, but I haven't like put the wheel on and dropped it on the ground yet, so I'm gonna try to do that for you guys, just to give you guys an idea what a Brembo setup would look like on the Crown Vic. Alright, so now that we got that off, we got two 22mm bolts here, and then to take the C5 bracket off, I think it's a 18. So I'm gonna get this caliper off real quick. So I got the caliper off. Get this massive GT500 rotor off, and then you'll have, I want to say these are 18. Yeah, these are 18. So right here's the C5 Corvette adapter bracket to run the C5 calipers. Oops, I got those off. Now you just got the bare spindle here, so I'm gonna mock that up to this spindle here, and I might just end up modifying the spindles. Now you can get the S&W, I think it's S&W Engineering, or maybe I'm way off, I can't remember, but you can get the caliper inserts for that for the Mustang, but I don't know if they'll exactly line up. What I think I'm gonna do is just modify these a little bit. I just want to show you guys this. So that's how close it is for these to fit on here. You just need to shave, like, line it up there. Try to get that so close. So I guess the caliper inserts would work for that. Maybe I'll just go that way, I don't know, but this would be way easier than trying to trim out that, you know. Oh, another cool thing about this is the Crown Vic caliper bolts screw right into these ones. That's actually pretty sick. I have one caliper bolt in there and it doesn't even rub. Maybe it does a little bit right there, but I think these might be a little warped. That's why I got brand new ones. It's gonna be a whole project in and of itself because you gotta mill out, I think it's 3/1000 of an inch. So these can fit over the Crown Vic hub. All right, so let's wheel on and drop it down and see what it looks like. All right, so that probably doesn't look much different, but huge improvement over the C5 calipers. Man, that's gonna look sick. I just gotta figure out the rear. I had to make sure I didn't squish the other caliper under there because it's still all hooked up and plumbed. Yeah, that's gonna look sick. It would be cool to do like a 6-pot or 6-piston, but I think these 4 will be plenty, especially for what I'm shooting for. It's not gonna be like a huge dedicated track car or anything. And it does suck I need to use this 1-inch spacer to clear, but it is what it is, you know. Need to get some, it'd be a lot easier to use a higher offset wheel because it pushes the wheel out farther. But it's hard to get a higher offset with a lip on it, which I want. But I guess I could get a higher offset with no lip and just have a flush fitting wheel with the flares. But I think the deep dish kind of gives it that look I've been shooting for, especially in the rear here. You got like a 5 1/4 inch lip, and I think it's a 4 or 3.5 inch lip up front, and then a 5 1/4 in the rear. Just wanted to mock up these Brembos just to see what they look like. They look way better with the new rotor on there, but like I said, that's gonna just be a whole project within itself. So you gotta mill out the inside of it like 3/1000 of an inch just to slide over the Crown Vic hub. So it's funny that they're that different and they're the same bolt pattern, but I guess the GT500 hub is just that much smaller. So it'd be cool to ball someday just to like throw some carbon ceramics on here for no reason. But look how much, especially in the front, look how much brake dust builds up. White turns to black. If I had carbon ceramics, that wouldn't be an issue, but I'd be spending like 4 times more on brake or just the rotors themselves than what the car's worth. So spend like 10 grand on rotors. It'd be just stupid. And I think what I'm gonna try to do is, after I get those 4-pot Brembos up front, I'm gonna find some 2-pot for the rear and upgrade to a, because I think these are a dinky like 10 or 11 inch rotor. And I want to do a 13 inch back here because I have the 14 inch up there. So if I can find a 2-pot Brembo, which has the piston, that's the word I'm looking for, on the front and the back. So now I'd have a 2-pot in the rear and a 4 in the front, just for stopping power, and the fact it would look pretty sick, you know. Man, look at that paint. Only if it was clean. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Brembos on a Crown Vic. I think it's a much needed upgrade that should have came from factory. Obviously they're not done yet. I just wanted to mock them up. It's gonna look so much better with the new rotor. And I think I'm gonna have to redo the rears as well, just so they all match. I decided if I have to daily this thing through the winter, I'm not gonna do this till spring. It's gonna mess up my new paint job. Just kidding. But yeah, let's get this thing jacked up, get these off, and throw my boring C5 calipers back on. Oh, and another thing here is that I really want to get rid of these. I really want a flare that starts from down here, kind of bulges out in the top, then tapers back down. I'm really just starting to not like this piece, so I might have to trim it again like I did with my last ones. Like the rear is fine, I like how that looks. It's just I do not like how the front flare looks on here. Like every day I look at it, it just gets worse. So yeah, just a farther away look here. 4-pot Brembos and a 14-inch rotor. Again, looks friggin' sick. So this time I actually put clear coat on these, so I'm hoping the paint lasts a little bit longer. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Jack up the car, throw the old calipers back on, and put her back on the ground. I wish I had more to give you guys, but you only get so much time to do stuff, and if I started tackling this brake job, I probably wouldn't have a car for work tomorrow. So yesterday I was busy, so, you know, 2 days off work isn't enough. I wish I could not work 4 days a week and just work at my other job 3 days, but life ain't that easy, I guess. But yeah, anyway, how-to video coming soon. Like I keep saying, I'm not lying, it's just getting pushed off, but yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see next, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Oh, while I was putting this back together, another reason why these Brembos are better is because they cover this whole surface area. So the C5 Corvette only covers about 4/5 of it. That's kind of a random fraction, but it's not really 3/4. Yeah, I'd say about 4/5. Like, either way, it doesn't matter because you're getting a bigger rotor surface to stop with. So I guess it doesn't really matter, but just the fact that the Brembo brake pad will cover this whole piece right here will give you even that much better stopping power. And the fact that you got pistons on both sides clamping it down instead of a floating caliper like this one, it's just pushing from this side. Brembo, both sides will grab onto it, and then with this one you just got the rear pistons pushing outward. So floating caliper, fixed caliper. I like the fixed caliper idea way better than the floating. So yeah, it's just a little lesson, well, more so just facts on between the C5 upgrade and then the XTS Cadillac upgrade. A lot of people do the C5 Corvette caliper, but I have a feeling a lot more people are going to start doing this because it's just way better, you know. But the only downfall of the fixed caliper is it's a way fatter caliper, so your wheel selection for like factory wheels is gonna go down. Unlike this is pretty much like a factory caliper, so like a lot of stock Mustang wheels will fit with this. Factory Crown Vic won't work obviously because you need an 18-inch or bigger. A lot of 18s will fit with this, but depending on if you got a step down or not, because this is a 20-inch wheel, but it's got like a inch step down in the middle, so it's more like a 19-inch in the middle, if that makes any sense. So like I was saying, your wheel options will be more limited and you might have to get custom, but that's really the last option. You can find a lot of wheels that will fit. Like a lot of Mustang wheels will fit with the XTS Brembos, so I wouldn't worry about the fitment, especially if you're on a stock body, unlike me, where you can fit a lot of stock wheels in here. I need a fatter wheel, but so it's a lot harder for me to find a wheel that will fit the calipers. But so you'll have no issues with running stock body and finding wheels that fit with the Brembo calipers.